Hello, welcome back or welcome to the channel. What is dissolving for you to expand? This is the case study that we are finding ourselves in today. I was trying to drag that beginning part out because I still at this point don't know what deck I want to use, and I guess we're gonna use this guy. Alrighty. So yeah, there's this energy coming in about well, there's this contrasting energy, okay? So it feels a little bit like tension because at one point it's like you are looking to expand. There's ambition, there's inspiration, there's this gentle stirring to keep this fire stirring, right? You want to keep going, keep expanding. At the same time, however, there's this other energy coming in to say, yes, we want to continue, but we have to let some other things dissolve. We have to let some other things kind of fall away in order to keep this fire going. So it's this, again, this contrasting energy that's being felt right now because there's this needing and wanting to expand. And then there's also this kind of dissolving away of the old. All right, so let's just jump right in and see what is dissolving in order for you to expand. What is dissolving in order for you to expand? What is expanding in order for you? What is dissolving in order for you to expand? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. We've got our cards. I've been just working with new ways of shuffling and doing things. Really, it's just for me to keep my like little child happy, so I don't have to keep doing things the same way over and over again, but I can get the same results. That might be something for you too. Maybe that's something that's dissolving for you. This strong need to have to do something the same exact way. Maybe you're giving yourself some permission. We do have I believe it's let's just get it right in. Okay, so I was already thinking this. Okay. So there's something new, some newness that's wanting to come in. We already kind of touched on that, and this is just kind of confirming that with the child. And we even have that Pisces energy coming in of that like soft dissolving, a new way of having to do something. And with the Venus sign there, it's like love, beauty, kind of harmony. That's the type of energy that's coming in. So yeah, I feel like what's dissolving is some of this rigidity. We'll get into more of this. There is some little move that you're going to make, and as one little move that you're going to make is going to be a catalyst for profound movement. It's like the pawn that was able to take out the king or the queen, right? It's a little move that can lead to big success. Okay, and then we're also talking about, so these are all the things that are wanting to come in from this dissolving. Is this kind of new way of being, where little movements create big successes for you, and where there's strength and vitality, and you're able to accumulate because you can keep going. You have the strength to keep going. Let's see. But there is a delay, or in this is the current energy So everything I explained is what's going to be coming in for you. And I think it's after this period where there's a dissolving. And we're about to get to the position where that biggest focal point needs to be. However, with the mountain coming out, especially right beneath that child, so there's that newness. There is newness coming in, but this mountain is pretty non-moving, right? So it's kind of giving me the indication for you is that like you're not wanting the newness to come in. And it could just be that you're being really rigid because of what we talked about earlier. And you don't need to be. This isn't, or pardon, this just isn't the time for it. It's just not the best time for rigidity right now. All right, and the main focus is your action, is your energy outward. I think the energy outward is more of, like I was already saying, the focus for you is this allowing these little moves to be or lead to great success, as opposed to, I feel like, the way you may have been doing it before, where it felt really hard. It felt like it would always take a long time, felt like there could be delays, obstacles, that type of a thing, where I think that's changing for you. And I think it has to do with rigidity. All right. Yeah, we have an upgrade coming in for the future. So I always, future, the future can change even just based on you coming into this, right? Like, this could have been the future before, but the fact that you're now aware of what your future could be, you have the willpower to change it. So what I will say is, if you do change your actions to what we already just spoke about, it seems like there's an upgrade for you here. Okay, we're expanding. You're expanding and you're truly like transforming. And this also talks about like this is something that has been coming because you've been doing something for a long period of time. It's not like the upgrade isn't just like it came out of nowhere. It's because of what you've been doing. And again, that has to do with those little moves being enough. Because right above that, again, we have that bear sitting on the accumulation, the vitality. You're going to have all of that as you continue to just make those little tweaks. We have paths coming out. And it's interesting because you're sitting on this. You're sitting on the choice. Do you want to have more obstacles or do you not? And I think these two cards are kind of going together. It's like this little move is what leads you, which path do you want to take? Do you want to take the one with least resistance or the one with more resistance? This is, I feel, what is the biggest thing that is dissolving for you. Is you choosing if you want, which sounds funny, okay? I know it does, but this has to do with the moon in Scorpio. Okay, because this has to do with you being conscious of why you're doing something. You may not be aware because it could have literally been patterning that you like things harder. So that is what your energy chooses because that's what you're familiar and used to. Where you haven't even thought about, or I wouldn't say you haven't thought about it, because what seems to coming in is there's this unconscious part of you that understands that this is true, and that you have to pick a different path, and it's either going to lead to that mountain type delay, or it's like this upgrade, right? So let's see what else comes out. Yeah, we have incense coming in, clearing the energy, and this is sitting right above your actions and with that pawn. So again, talking about making sure that the moves that you're making, you do it with clear energy, you do it with clear intention, to make it is ease, grace, and flow. I'm doing this because this will help move this along with ease, grace, and flow. If you want something to be less complex, it's almost like I'm feeling this or seeing this like you have to become a magnet to it by changing your frequency. Okay, and then finally we've got the apple, which is the drive. What is now, and this is again what I feel like, this is again what's changing for you, is that this is the difference. I'm going to move towards a thing that feels more ease, grace, and flow, and that is going to be the driving factor. And this is what is sitting on top of that upgrade for you and that accumulation. So possibly even more resources, or an ability for you to utilize more resources because you have more power. So yeah, what's dissolving for you seems to be believing or having to do things the hard way, that you can choose ease, grace, and flow. Alrighty, that's what I have for you today.